Okay, this is going to be the very first reading video. When people come to get a reading from me, I never really know which deck is going to resonate. I'm a highly creative being, which I like to use through my Muse creative coaching sessions. When I find a deck that I really, really like, for instance, this deck here, the Golden Tarot. And the reason I love it is because it is a combination of the Sforza and the Rider-Waite deck, which I really love that idea very much. For some reason, I'm hugely attracted to the Sforza deck. Eventually, I'm going to end up reproducing a tarot deck fairly similar to it. The reason is almost like if you speak to someone in your neighborhood and they have the same accent as you, it's very, very easy to understand them. If you speak to someone, say, from a deep south region of the United States, sometimes they have an extremely thick accent. It's very difficult to translate. I find myself the same in this situation, where I really, really love this deck, but it's got a little bit of an accent. And I feel like if I create my own deck with the help of Spirit guiding me along, that it's going to be a lot clearer. And those are some prototype decks that I've been working with and working on. Chances are really good those three particular decks are going to be the first three that I release in print for other people to buy and for me to teach divination classes with. And I'll show you those later. This is my favorite Lenormand deck. This is the Steampunk Lenormand, Barbara Moore and Diana Camerano. It's absolutely awesome deck. It's beautiful, beautiful art. And I never get tired of looking at these cards. So anyways, we might as well get started. The first reading I would like to do is what kind of people would benefit most from coming to see me for a reading? And in what sort of translation can be expected? Right away, I'm leaning towards my Lenormands to answer this question. So we're going to go ahead and use them. I have 3 spirit guides that I've talked to, a lot of ancestors that I interact with on the regular, and of course my higher self. I've got a few animals that I'm extremely fond of that tend to communicate a lot of energy to me. And I also don't do typical layouts. I tend to do layouts that speak the easiest to me. Again, each layout is like having an accent on the language. And a really good reader will look for the one that gives them the clearest messages. And I've found that this particular layout I'm about to do really, really speaks to me on the regular. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's talk about who should come and visit me and why. Ooh, coffin. So the coffin really represents an end to something, the death of something, but it's not necessarily a negative card. That is most likely when you would really want some guidance from a reader. And that is an excellent card to represent the theme of this reading. What crosses it is the moon, which can be a reflection or like a reputation, which would make sense here because we are looking for someone who has a reputation for being a good reader. And sometimes that's really hard to find. So that would totally block you. I can see that. I need some spiritual advice, but I don't know who to go to. Do you know anybody who has a good reputation? That is an excellent block card. Accurate block card. Okay, so the letter would be an excellent addition. This is seeking new information. You're hoping to get a message. Also, excellent card. You're looking for a reader to help you see through the obstructions, to see more clearly, to get a little bit of clarity. It's kind of like seeing through the fog, like you're in a fog or a cloud, and you really need some advice on how to clarify some things. Okay, so this is a very appropriate reading so far. These are your external influences. So a lot, this is the heart. A lot of people really, really care about what other people feel about them. External influences are a huge dealio for people. They're also concerned about being cut off. So some people are a little nervous about other people knowing that they are blossoming spiritually, or that they are looking for new spiritual information, or interacting with people who might be seen as a little woo-woo. And they would be very concerned about getting cut off from a relationship or a situation. Perhaps if it's a super conservative work situation and they found out that you were interested in things of a more spiritual nature, that might cause a little bit of a problem there. And then this is like a gift. You're looking outward to find people who can enhance your spiritual life with bringing in new messages and new gifts. So you're seeking gifts and messages from the outside. You want to bring them in. Now this is what's going on internally with you. Okay, so everything's all new. You want to start something new. You feel like this is an innocent thing, although others around you may not feel that way. The stars, you feel like if you're finding spiritual guidance outside yourself, really it is from inside yourself. All I can do is translate a little bit for you. It's up to you to interpret how that resonates with you. Yes, and then the tower can represent isolation. In this case, it kind of feels that way. You're really looking for new information. You're looking for contact. You're feeling isolated internally. You want guidance. You're seeking guidance. and you need to seek it in a new place. This is a new beginning. This is a very lovely reading. This is more of an insecurity, but it's a legit one. Coming out of the closet for me was not an easy thing. And I did lose a lot of relatives and friends over it. So anyways, this is a beautiful, beautiful message. Let's move on to another deck, shall we? Okay, let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I think I'm going to ask him the same question. The tarot is a little bit more symbolic, I guess, where the Lenormand is a little bit more practical. The picture you see is kind of, that's what it means. Although, for instance, the symbol of a heart could mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And Lenormand is heavily, heavily influenced by the cards that are around it. And ideally, you should be using many, many readers because you can get different information from different readers. We're all wired differently. And it's all information from spirit. If they're real readers, it's just relaying. We're just translators. I'm going to use the same layout. I really love this layout. I love how the cards interact with one another. I love how easy it is to translate them. Okay. The Sun. This card represents the answers that you're seeking, basically. It's an enlightenment card. It's you're rejoining with the collective conscience. It's a celebratory card. You're finding the answers that you're looking for, which makes a lot of sense in this particular reading. Okay, it's crossed by the Ace of Swords. So there's you are concerned with finding new meaning, but for some reason you're hesitating. I think this card will become more clear as we move forward. Something's holding you back. Okay, Nine of Cups. So this is emotional abundance, like an overflow of emotions. If there's a big emotional thing happening, you're trying to come to some sort of a conclusion about it, that makes sense that you would be looking for a reader. And the Queen of Swords. You're nurturing positive thoughts. You got your head on straight. It's the complete understanding of an idea, which also here makes sense. Some people, this is a card of change, and some people really don't like change. But in order to achieve this enlightenment, there has to be a ton of changes. So that could be what this card is representing, but we may find out more information as we proceed. Wow, we've got some royalty here. So the King of Cups is all about taking action. And the Cups is your emotions, basically, or romance or whatever. Something to do with the heart and with your feelings and emotions. And so you're feeling you need to take action. And this is an outside card. So there's something outside of you in your life that is making you feel like it's time to take action on this feeling. Five of Cups it's probably pretty challenging. It's a challenging whatever this is for you. And the King of Swords is taking action on thought. So everyone outside of you is encouraging you to take action on this, even though it's definitely going to be a big decision. There's a lot of thought involved and there's a lot of feeling involved. It's a big decision. And those cards absolutely make a lot of sense with why you would want to come to see a new reader, to get even more spiritual information and enlightenment, and to actually come to a decision on whatever this is that you want to know about. Okay. Those are outside influences. So inside influences would be difficulty with something in the material world. That absolutely makes sense. Most people come to me because they're really struggling with something in their life that they're just not understanding, or there's some real suffering that's going on that they really want to explore a little bit more spiritually. The Three of Swords, that is growth and knowledge. Again, that makes a lot of sense. People come to readers because they want more information. They want to understand a little bit more about what is going on in their lives. And the Tower, absolutely. A lot of people will come to readers when something holy crap moment has happened in your life. I don't understand why this is happening. This is causing all kinds of problems for me. I'm really struggling. I need some answers. So that totally makes sense. This is your internal feeling for why you would want to be coming. And looking for, I guess this would be me. This is who you're looking for. You're looking for someone who can nurture your thinking, can help you understand a little bit more. But I get that you're totally hesitant to do that. There's some new ideas that have to come into play. You do have to shift perspective on whatever this is going on, or whatever this is going on coming into your life, and whatever this is that's inside of you fighting to get out or fighting to understand what's going on. That's why you need us. That's why you need readers. This was an excellent reading. So stay tuned next time. I'm going to take these new little cartomancy cards that this is my prototype deck that I've been working with. And I'm going to answer the same question that we answered today with these two beautiful decks. All right. So I'll see you then.